Hey there, viewers, and welcome back to the Self-Made Auto Channel. Got a 2013 Chevrolet. It's a half-ton. It's got the big 5.3. We're hooking a battery maintainer to it because we've got to do some diagnostics here if we can. The battery was left unhooked in my parking lot last night because it goes dead, I'm told. And it has a host of other issues. The customer told me used vehicles, had it like a month, bought it from the dealer, a few weeks into it, had all these problems. All right, so same story, used car guy's story. We found out why it went to the auction. Besides having a frame that's rotted in half, we have these drivability problems. He says if you hook the battery up, start it up, let it run for a few minutes, all the lights will come on. So I hooked the battery up to bring it in. Engine light was on, stability, ABS, you know, the typical GM lights that are on. And also he says, the oil pressure gauge drops down to 0, goes ding, 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 ding. He's changed the switch with an OEM from a brick and mortar twice, same issue. But what I noticed is I started up, of course, all lights are on. We haven't scanned it yet. But I let it run like, I don't know, like 30 seconds. Where we took the back out of the parking spot, I put it in drive, start pulling ahead, and you feel the truck, like it lunges. The gauge quit, dingers came on, and then that's it. So that's what I know. I've got the Altel plugged in. I'm gonna get the scan tool fired up. We're gonna scan it, see what codes are in it. I imagine your classic P0521, you know, oil pressure performance would be my guess. But he did say that he was doing some checking and thought that it was losing the 5-volt reference. So he indicated to me that maybe the main brain has gone cahoots. And also it has an aftermarket warranty. But it's through the Winds warranty company. They're horrible. Guardian's horrible. All those aftermarket warranties, they're a scam. Don't ever waste your money on them, folks. So I doubt they're going to cover everything. So I've already discussed that with them and said, I'm not going to be on the phone all day, you know, going to bat for you, trying to get this company to cover stuff that, you know, they don't ever cover. So he agreed he wants it diagnosed, and then, you know, then we'll go from there. So I don't know if we're going to be able to fix this one, but we're at least going to be able to provide him a diagnosis. Then he can fight with the used car dealer and the aftermarket warranty, and, you know, not my problem at that point. So let's see what's wrong with this thing and see what's going to take to get it fixed. Move some stuff out of the way. It's got the bin pulled up here. Get this where you folks can see it, hopefully. Got a poking apparatus. All right, I don't know. Who knows? We're getting close. All right. Once this thing gets satisfied, we'll let her full scan it. All right. Let's read all the data here. We'll do a fault scan. Oh, this is an older one. It's going to take a little while. I'll let it go through. Kick the camera back on here when it's done. Survey says 12 DTCs. You got DTCs of 12. 5-volt reference circuit 1, map performance, map sensor circuit low voltage. All right, so that kind of goes along with that. The 5-volt reference probably is the same one that feeds that oil pressure switch. Transfer case, lost comm with ECM, invalid data. EBCM, so this is your ABS. Invalid serial data received. That's what's causing the mill, so that's probably on because the engine light's on. Lost comm with ECM. Oh, this is interesting. Device, this is the body module, battery voltage low. Lost comm restraint. So I don't know how many of these problems are being caused from the battery being drained and then unhooking and hooking up. I tell you what, we're going to say, actually, I'm just going to print these out. Okay, we've got those printed. I'm going to bounce out of here. We're going to do a quick erase because evidently this, you know, he's been doing the code clear business, and, you know, the problem happens within a minute or so of starting it, I'm told. And I don't want to go chasing ghosts here if there's other, you know, or if there's issues that are just created by unhooking, hooking up the battery being dead, all that stuff. So let's see what we have. I heard the dinger go off in there. Let's just see what we have in our report now. 5-volt reference circuit. Try that again. 5-volt reference, number 1 circuit, system disabled, information stored, invalidated, received. So I assume the ABS light's going to be on because Our engine light's on, P0641. Should be pretty straightforward. Either we have the main brain box that is fried, or we have some sensor on the 5-volt reference circuit that's doing some funky to it. Pulling it down, man. So let's go in here. Let's go into some data. Where do you think we're gonna find our 5-volt reference stuff? Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought as well. Maybe under ignition, but we're gonna do the hokey pokey while I've got you right here. It's not in that data list. It's gonna be in the very last one I check. Electrical theft. Let's check ignition. And let's see, 5-volt reference 1. See, I told you it was there. So we have 5-volt reference 1 and 2. Show selected, 0.9. So that's good in the sense that we have a little something going on there. And it definitely indicates there's a fault. Let's get a wiring diagram. Let's see who is on number 1, who's on number 2. And we'll get after it. Would you look at that? I literally went in and grabbed the diagram, came back out, and it fixed itself. And then it just broke again. And now it's breaking again and it's fixing itself. You can hear the truck doing, I heard it doing some funky stuff over there. All right, good, it's broke again. Woo! Tricked ya! That's what the truck just said, now it's dinging. Here's our diagram. I can't see it, so we'll get out some glasses. I did get an OEM because Mitchell on Demand sucks, as usual. And if you look at their color diagram, it's completely wrong. And you know, why would it be right? Why would it be right when you only pay a couple $100 a month for their program? 5-volt reference 1, yeah, Pro Demand. Yeah, to find the OEM diagrams on there sucks at best. Usually you just go on Identifix or, you know, Techline Connect to get OEM, but that's neither here nor there. It doesn't matter. You can call them and tell them their program sucks and show them all the mistakes, and they'll be like, oh, we'll fix it, and then they never do. So quit calling them. 5-volt reference 1 on an OEM diagram feeds the map, fuel tank pressure sensor, probably our problem, AC refrigerant pressure sensor, engine oil pressure sensor, cam sensor, and 1/2 of the APP of your gas pedal. Being that we live in the PRNY, I'm going to go with the most likely suspect, fuel tank pressure sensor. I think I've seen this before, and you know, that lives out in the salt and stuff. Plus he wants me to get pictures of the rotted frame. He's going to try to do something with the dealer about something, I don't know. Apparently the dealer fixed it. They told me they fixed it and recertified the frame. Whatever that means. You can't get your frame certified in New York. That's all. Whoever told you that doesn't know what I'm talking about. But let's go there. I think we can reach up on top of the tank and unplug it, and we'll look at our 5-volt reference here. I'll get him the pictures of his rot box, and then we'll see what we got to do from there. Woo! Wow. Of course, working in the Northeast, we see all kinds of patches. But this one takes the cake for crappy jobs done. Must be they had some old bed frame left over from there. Oh yeah, real nice. Did a good job there. That's a certified used car dealer repair. They told me they fixed his frame up and got him a certification. Wow. Holy cow, I mean the weld, they got the bead right out there where you can see it. They lay it right on top, that way you can see it good. Holy smokes, usually these trucks break in half when you pick them up. The frame will snap right here ahead of the lift, but let's see how good a job they did over on this side. She still looks a little soft. Oh yeah. They're gonna have to come through and recertify that one a little bit. He just wanted pictures of all the shenanigans under here. Oh, she's a something. Yeah, I can see punch holes in this thing all day long. I mean, the frame's smoked. Truck's junk. Send her to the crusher, boys. Yeah. So I don't know if he's gonna go back and try to sue this guy or what, but I mean, you can see the rot holes in up there. She's creaking over here. You gotta be careful. You gotta be quick. You know, if you see it going, you gotta get out of here. She got any shackles left on it? Oh yeah, there's some. Usually the hitches rot right straight through. These trucks are absolutely horrible. Horrible. Usually that cross member's rotted, the shocks are hanging. About 10 years is about all you get out of a Chevy here in upstate New York. Anyhow, let's fix what we came to fix. All right, we're at 1.3. Let me reach up on top of that tank. Should be able to reach up there. Yeah. Should be able to stuff my hand up in here. All right, I've got the fuel tank pressure. Let's go see if it, see if we got a lucky guess here. I'm assuming we probably do. That's usually what's wrong with these things. Hey, what do you know? What do you say, huh? Unplugged and that works. I'll just leave it unplugged for right now. That way he can drive it. Let me get a rubber glove there. We'll throw a rubber glove around it. That's the easiest thing to do. Just reach up there and grab the connector and slip your glove off. Gonna leave it at that, folks. Our 5-volt reference is staying steady. I did what the customer asked. I diagnosed it, we'll say, and took pictures of his frame so he can do whatever he's got to do with this guy. It's just, it sucks. It sucks seeing this. You know, day after day after day, we get General Motors in that we fail because frames are rotted. And that's it. Not trying to take a big turd on your Chevy Sunday, but this is what it is. And the unfortunate part is that used car dealers have a plethora of these things. They are everywhere at the used car dealer, and every single one of them has a rotted frame. But these freaking scumbag dealers sell them, and they slap a sticker on them and get you out of your warranty. Over 100,000 miles, no warranty. I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully this guy takes some action and goes back after this dealer, goes back after whoever put the brand new inspection sticker on his windshield, and, you know, takes it to the full extent, because these places need to stop. You need to stop. You got to stop selling this shit. It's junk. But they do it, and they make a big profit on it because, you know, they're giving these away at the auction, and then they get them and turn around and sell them $9,000, $10,000, $12,000. Here's your, you know, Chevy half-ton. You got the used car slime on the dash and all waxed up, and bumpers are shiny, and you know, you can't expect every customer to crawl underneath it and poke at it. Should you get a used car inspection? Absolutely. Highly encourage you to get your car looked at prior to buying it. Some people don't have that time. I mean, you know, he might, you know, a blue collar guy probably works all week, doesn't have time to take it into a shop, not shop open on a weekend. You know, you take a chance. You think the dirtbag selling it to you is doing you a solid, and it looks good, and then you buy it and you know, have your first problem and finally get a chance to get underneath it and find out it's an absolute pile. I don't know. What I would do, because they sell these things down south just as much as they sell them up here, down there they're usually higher mileage, but if you can get one of these, you know, if you're a Chevy guy and you want one, go down south and buy it. Bring it up here and start your 10-year clock then. Yeah, so you go down and buy a 2013, you pay $8-9 grand for it. It's got 180,000 on it. Bring it up here and drive it. You know, put a motor in. We got these motors all over the junkyard. You know, fix all the normal Chevy stuff. Do all the stuff you got to do to it, but at least it's not rusty. At least it makes sense to put money into it. This doesn't even make sense to put a fuel tank pressure sensor in it. I mean, the frame's smoked. So, whatever. I'm going to move on. That's enough pissing and moaning. Should have everybody wound up in that comment section. Especially the GM guys, they'll be pumped. Whatever, they're all junk. I don't care. As long as it starts, gets me to work, I don't care what I drive. As long as it's Toyota. Anyhow, Insty, the Facebook. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.